This is a $460 phone with a black and white screen. Now, honestly, I've had this phone for probably a week now. Now, let me tell you, is this phone worth it, and the usage and just all the cool stuff about this phone. Now, this phone is slightly on the thicker side, closer to 9mm, but in return, you have no camera bump. I love that. Also, this thing has Wi-Fi 5, 5G, 18-watt wire charging, and apparently dual speakers, but where? Now, with the hardware on this phone, you're getting bigger borders or equivalent to like maybe a Samsung S8 from 2017. But the hardware and finish on this phone is actually really good. I love how the sides are curved, and this thing has like a leathery finished back, but this phone is plastic. This thing is also 182 grams heavy. Now, the average smartphone is 90 hertz, 120 hertz, maybe even 60 hertz. The reason I bring that up is because this phone is 21. Yeah, 21 hertz. Now, that is because of the black and white e-ink display. But before we go too crazy on the hardware, I want to talk more about the software on this phone. Swiping over to the left side, we have a dedicated search panel where you can search for apps on your phone, because this thing has a lot of pre-installed apps, or you can add widgets, but not every app supports widgets, so it just ranges. Also, the controls are very simple and easy to understand. It's just swipe gestures, but the issue is there is no animation for the swipe gestures. You swipe up to go home, and you swipe from the left side for the back button. This thing also supports SIM, so you can add calls, messaging, all that good stuff. And the camera on this thing, yeah, let's just jump into that. It's black and white, and the front-facing camera is 5 megapixels. It's not that good. Neither is the rear camera. And the rear camera, it even tells you on the back that it's 20 megapixels, which honestly isn't that bad. As you can see, it is definitely still usable, and if you are wondering if the photos and video looks the same, just give it a second as I try to click on the video. They look the same. And one of y'all mentioned that I should send the photo through Instagram and look at it on my other phone, so I did that. And looking at it on my other phone, I would say the photo quality is equivalent to a Samsung S6. But hey, it's still good enough. You ain't really buying this phone for the camera, I'd hope. There's only one camera anyways on the back. Now, this thing has 8 gigabytes of RAM. And for the processor, it has a MediaTek Density 1080, which scores around 600 for single core on Geekbench 6. If you don't know, that's equivalent to a lower end Samsung A budget phone, which is still perfectly fine for watching YouTube. Yeah, you can watch YouTube on this thing. If you are interested, this is what it looks like.
To us here.
So, first things first, get it out of the way. Today is weigh-in Wednesday. Weighed myself. I weigh the same as last week. So,
forgot to mention, this thing also has a 6.3 inch screen, so the screen is actually decently big, so it actually is pretty decent for watching content. I just can't get over the fact that this phone reminds me of like a camping phone. The battery is gonna last you like a week. It's a black and white thing, so you're not really going to be too like active on this phone because the screen is black and white. You're just going to use it as a part-time gig. But whatever, let's try gaming. Now, while I'm playing Roblox, let me tell you how this display that's e-ink actually works. Now, an e-ink display is equivalent to digital paper, and it also feels like paper. What I mean is the screen literally feels like a piece of paper. And that also makes the display require almost little to no power, so I wasn't really lying about that week-long battery life. It might even be longer. Probably not though. This thing has a 4500 milliamp hour battery, which is what, average? It's 300 ppi for the display with a contrast ratio of 15:1, which is much higher than earlier e-ink generations of the smartphone. But yeah, anywho, as you can see, the gaming experience on this thing was doing perfectly fine. Like I said, a budget A phone equivalent. If you're wondering what social media is gonna look like, it's gonna look like any other phone, just black and white and slower. As you can see, scrolling is perfectly fine. I didn't see any lag on this phone, maybe a little bit like of a delay when loading, but yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, look at Twitter. Back to the hardware. On the right side, we have a power button and a volume rocker, and what's really cool about that power button, when I show it here, it has a built-in fingerprint scanner, which is actually pretty good. Then on the left side, we have 2 extra buttons for audio recording, which, why do they have this? It's supposed to be a reading phone. I don't know why that's there, but it's there. Earlier in this video, I mentioned a lot about the pre-installed apps, and there is a good amount, but most of them are just for like reading, like the dictionary. There's Kindle, there's WPS Office, but there's something that surprised me. There's literally an AI app built into this equivalent to ChatGPT. I just said hi to it, and it said hey back, so, I mean, you don't gotta pay for it, I don't think. I have no script in these videos, but anywho, it's just like an Android phone. You swipe down from the top, you have like your little control panel, and you have a lot of weird brightness settings, because this thing is only a black and white display, but it has different shades of white. So as you can see, as I'm clicking through these modes, there's nighttime, daytime, there's your own mode, there's auto mode. So yeah, if you're using this as a reading phone at night, you probably want to turn on the nighttime mode because the screen's gonna get less bright, and it's also gonna be more of a yellowish tint. So this thing is kind of has its own version of skin over Android. So it's on their own software, which is 2.30. I don't know what it's called. This thing also has 256 gigabytes of storage. Why? Also 8 gigabytes of RAM, like I said earlier, which is impressive, but why? I mean, this thing probably needs 0, want to be honest. You're just reading it from whatever. So yeah, this is a super cool, unique phone. I could use this as a secondary phone, but I mean, if I did, I would rather just go on a walk outside and wait for my actual phone to charge, to be honest. Anywho, let me know what other videos y'all want, what other smartphones I should review. Should I do a Z Flip 1? Should I do a Samsung Note 10? But yeah, just let me know what other things y'all want. Okay, bye.